Everybody say hello.
Hello.
But you know these thoughts and feelings all too well, don't you, agents?
Yeah. Not a single one was making it to Monday. What's gonna happen if I miss another Sunday?
Delta Green. Doomed to repeat.
Love you.
Great.
This live stream is classified Delta Green eyes only. Viewing without first listening to Doomed to Repeat Part 1 could result in madness or just general confusion because you aren't caught up. For those of you who have listened, welcome. I'm Sergio, your handler. And with me, as always, is the beautiful cast of Mayday Roleplay. How are you, gang?
Hey. We're good.
As our viewers might be able to tell, we have dressed up as our perennial agents for this third and final debrief. Tonight, we'll be discussing episodes 9, 10, what the future holds for the perennial agents, and answering your questions. Because we are live, we'll also be looking out for your questions in the chat. I gotta take this damn jacket off. Woo!
Yeah.
Oh man, I am sweating.
After all that.
A little bit of the sweat on the top.
Okay, so where were we? Where did we last leave off?
I don't remember
beginning?
anything.
Okay, so
So-
maybe
I'll
we
remember
start at the
panic.
beginning. Okay.
Everything's a blur. We should start
Yeah.
at the top.
Tommy the Clown, the Crumping King.
Oh, fucking journal.
I'm so sorry.
Okay,
Yes.
so I have a question, y'all. It just there. So the first question comes from Rose Sherwood of Patreon, who asks, everything you guys do is seamless. Is there a lot of editing of downtime or fluff pieces, or do you guys really try to stay in character the entire way through? How much of this show is edited?
We do a lot of editing, but it's more for like time and stuff like that. It's not necessarily like cutting out like a lot of fluff, but I think, you know, we are a group and we do make fun and we do make a lot of jokes and laughs in between things. But for the most part, we're just maintaining everything that's within the scene. At least on my end, when I'm doing the editorial, there's not very much I cut out.
I think the biggest thing I remember us cutting was after Sergio was like, and you wake up and it's all a dream. And all of us
We
just,
were just
fucking
screaming.
screaming, just like vitriol and anger and rage at Sergio. I think the only thing we kept in was Amanda going, I need a minute.
We took like a 10-minute break.
We
afterwards.
did,
Yeah, we had to.
Yeah, we had
Yeah,
to.
we did.
Yeah.
We did. We had
like,
to.
we're not
It was-
okay.
That was yeah.
Yeah, I didn't say a lot of nice words to Serge in that moment.
None of us
I kind
did.
of think this question implies that, you know, is this something that happens at other tables? Is this unusual? The answer is of course there's editing because we have to, because we are like any other table where before we're recording we're messing around and after we're recording we're messing around. It just so happens we're kind of all in the same boat in terms of what we wanted to execute. So when we're playing, you all do a wonderful job of taking it seriously, but there's always crack-ups and mess-ups that we have to cut out.
I mean, at
The first 5 minutes
yeah.
of every,
well,
Yeah.
you
every
say
show
5
is-
minutes.
20
It's usually like 20
Yeah.
minutes,
Yeah.
and we could keep going forever. But then eventually Sergio was like,
Yes.
"Okay, guys."
The sigh. The sigh. I feel like with each kind of time we do a recording, I feel like there is like, especially with what's upcoming and with Delta Green, there's always been like one episode where there's like we just lost control for like a good 5 minutes, and our handler or GM was just like, all right, I'm gonna see how long this will last. No, we're crossing the line. Okay, let's bring it back. But I remember like at least once in Delta Green where I think it was Aaron.
Oh, for
or
sure.
something. I'm just gonna blame Aaron.
That's
Yeah. I know we were losing it a little bit at the sheep farm, and I know we had to edit out some laughs there because I know.
Yeah.
I think that was a 30-minute laugh fest.
Yeah.
Like as long as that played out in the podcast, it was like ×4 when we were actually doing it.
I think we were just shocked. We were like, wait, are we doing this?
I was shocked, and I was the subject of the scene.
In terms of editing, we never add things on. There are never scenes between the players, at least, that we're putting onto the piece that is auxiliary. Everything that happens between us is there at the table and happen in real time. The only thing we've ever added, actually, are the stingers at the end of the episodes. Those are the only things that don't happen at our table.
As well as
No, we did add a couple
But-
things. We'd added like a little bit of sprinkle stuff in the
Oh,
background of
yeah.
like Merritt and
That's true.
Samuel
We
fighting.
have done like Oliver Lake
Um,
being punched in the face,
Yeah.
or like you wanted me to cry one time. I think that was Ollie too. Like,
Yeah, I think we posted that on
It
Instagram.
It
That
was
a good one.
Ollie. It was.
Yeah. But that's just to add, like, just to sprinkle into the world and make it feel a little bit more believable, to have
Yeah.
look into other people's perspectives as other things are happening. But for the most part, everything is
Yeah.
maintained with what we record.
Yeah.
okay, so I have a question of my own that we tried to get to before we all turned into robots. Perfect world. Sergio doesn't exist. Delta Green doesn't have to if you don't want it to. What do you want to happen for your character in Arc 2 if you could control the entire world?
It's a hell of a question.
Caleb, you're gonna have to call someone
Yeah.
out to start.
Yeah, we're all.
Aaron.
God damn it. Sam. Okay, so what would I want from Sam Ellen in an ideal? That's a tough one. I mean, that man is. I mean, if I, ooh, I think that for Samael in Arc 2, I think I just want him to learn like some crazy magic, and
no.
use it.
Of course.
Like, it's like I think Samael with magic is like going to be like the equivalent of Fluke with a gun, and I'm really excited to see where that goes.
I'm terrified.
Good.
So your whole goal is like 9th level spell for Samael essentially.
Right.
Great. Awesome. Leg.
There's a lot of stuff in Tuck's past that I feel like has been like brushed across in Arc 1 that I feel like she really wants to just like latch on and figure the fuck out. So I think that's the big one, and no one meeting her wife. That's
happen.
another one.
Gonna happen.
We will.
I know
we will
you
see her.
No,
We'll know her.
It will happen.
No,
We'll know
I
her.
have
no.
I have a vision board. I'm manifesting this right now.
We'll know her.
I'll burn it to the ground. I will burn that vision bird.
I need a distraction, so
Yes.
you're it.
I bought.
Allegra, I hope
Fuck
you
you, no.
realize that the more that you say it's not going to happen, the more likely it is that it's going to
I
happen.
bought.
I have plans of ways not to have you guys hit my wife, and I'm very excited to use them against you.
I bought some like quartz crystals, and every night before I go to sleep, I go to my little crystals and I kiss them, and I go, "I'm gonna see Tuck's wife," and then I put them under my pillowcase and I go to sleep. So, Amanda.
No.
Boomer would like to get, honestly, revenge on the program, and that's a very. She wants to get revenge on the program.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
And if ideal world, take down someone specific within the program, she would have her company take off like Tesla, like become the #1 richest person ever, marry her doctor fiance, and just kind of like build a rocket ship to go to Mars and just say F Earth.
Within Act 2? That's all Act 2 for you?
You
Oh,
said
actually,
whatever. You did not
right.
say.
That's
You did not give me like a time limit.
This is the
I just
is like a
that
5-year
you
plan.
prefaced the idea of building a rocket ship with just kinda build a rocket.
You gotta. Whatever tickles her fancy, like whatever she's like, yeah, I can do that, and she will, and that's where I'm like, I'm kind of in the mood for that. That's it.
I love that there's a file on Boomer's computer that's like kind of rocket plans.
Kind of rocket plans, yeah.
Literally just side project hustle 2021.
There you go. I think for Merit, it is, well, it could go two ways. One of two ways, I think. One, on the evil Merit side, where he gets no redemption arc, he becomes mom,
Oh.
and you're all fucking dead. And I get to be mom. And everybody follows the budget, damn it.
No.
But on the Merit I hope happens, you all eventually reluctantly like him, and we all go on to be the greatest team that Delta Green has ever seen, and the last team that Delta Green has ever seen. Because we kill every single member of that piece of shit organization. And then we kiss on the corpses.
We
Whoa! Wait, what?
That was
the last minute
out.
was unclear.
that took.
I mean, I knew Merritt was crazy, but
I said what I said.
And then it gets
It's
unclear.
very lonely.
That's
We
what I said.
kiss on the corpses.
See, my plan
Okay.
doesn't sound that great.
Eli, save us from this.
I don't want to inquire.
Well, I got a book to read in Arc 2. that's the
Just
one
the
thing
book?
I can do.
Yeah.
Well, that's the main thing I gotta do. The other thing is, I'd like to go back to what I was originally doing with the program because this is a lot. Or just go home and hang out with Pops for a little bit and like maybe go swim in the ocean or something and get away from all of you.
What did we do?
That's like Hyde's main goal. What did
What
did we do? What
did
did
we
we
do to
do?
you? That was so
We killed
traumatic.
people. We
You
One
were
of-
aren't we wanted in
One
Michigan?
of my
We are one.
Isn't that
one of my
you and I are you and I have faces in Michigan.
First
Yeah,
of
what are you
all,
talking
like that's
about?
not good.
We bodied two people. We orphaned children.
With how this program works, that's probably the best case scenario.
I wanted to get in a plane and go somewhere else.
What I love about Eli's characters is that every single one of them fucking hates all of us. and then you get to Eli, who unconditionally loves us at every turn, is constantly reminding. And then the characters are complete like fuck all you people. And Eli's like, just wanted to say I love you guys. Like,
She needs catharsis somewhere. She needs a little bit of a release from our chaos.
I agree. We'll give this to her.
you deserve it? You do.
All right, let's move on to the next question.
Wait, Zakiya
No,
didn't answer.
yeah.
Zakiya didn't get to answer.
Okay.
Oh shit. Warp wants to
Sorry.
go to the park and see her old friend and just like take some time. Just some chill time. I like the idea of Hyde reading a book. I think she just wants to like, I don't know, go see a movie or something. She doesn't want to, well, no, I mean, she wants to get to the bottom of all this creepy shit that happened, but her sanity, she can't afford that. She can afford therapy. That's what she wants.
Amen.
All right, so I think the
Sanity
next
is
round
wrecked.
of questions are going to be asked by Amanda.
Yes. Okay. I have one from Daffy from Instagram. Sergio, without giving away any plot points, is there anything vital the team has missed that could have helped them that could have helped or hindered them at any point?
You guys did a pretty good job of at least picking up everything I put down for the most part. One thing that baffled me is throughout 1984, Allegra and other other people were saying, "Think of circles, think of circles." But then when you're on the plane, and I specifically say to you, I call it out as much as I can. All of you privately message me what your characters are thinking. I think maybe two of you said circles. And what's kind of interesting about that moment is that it was a little bit of a Schrodinger's Preda, where had you all thought of circles, it would have been in real life that the Preda was trying to break into reality. You all managed to fight it back, and then it would have been like, "Hey, we all work together." But of course, it didn't work out that way.
No.
So the alternative
How would we
was
ever?
Hey,
it
man.
appears and it kills all of you, but it's just a dream. And go ahead.
I thought it was like a character moment. Like, hey, how you feeling, buddy? Like, what's on your mind? So,
That's exactly what
literally,
I
I
thought.
was like, ooh, okay, you want some trauma? Like, let me write out a little blurb. Like,
I was like, yeah, a little
Yes.
turbulence. I'd
This
look down
is
somewhere else.
why Arc 2 concerns me.
I'm gonna say that's so considerate of Sergio to check in on his
Telling
players
me
in this
Arc
moment of stress, just to see how we're doing.
I made you make power rolls and stuff. Like, clearly there was some kind of mechanics happening, but
I thought it was because I killed a family 2 days ago.
so what I was gonna say was that the fact that it was all a dream, and Samael really just took the brunt of all the sanity loss. was because I knew I was never going to be able to do that again. You can only do the fake out once. So the good news is you're all still alive. But the bad news is I can't cheat ever again. So if you guys are in trouble, you're in trouble in Arc 2. There's
What
no
if
dreams to get you out of it.
someone took something and they're just tripping? That's,
Well, I
We got
mean,
5 trip sitters. Let's go.
I'm just saying.
All right, next one, Amanda.
I have Martin from Patreon. Which 1984 which 1984 characters in perennial? Sorry, y'all. I'm an adult. Would make the best team.
It's an interesting mashup.
Who are our mashups?
Is it
okay.
pairs or just like successful adults in
I
the
think
group?
Frog and Merritt would get along.
I think Frog
Yes.
would do wonders for Merritt.
Yeah.
Wonders.
I think
Frog
Yeah.
Rose and
Yeah.
Warp would work well together.
I think Rose and Warp is a very good pick as
Yeah.
well. Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
so good.
Right?
We would hang.
It'd be
Easy.
Samael and Fluke would probably get along pretty well.
I
I would
to
To
a
a point.
point. To a
put
point.
Frost
I think
with-
I would
In a-
put Frost with
Samael.
Samael in a heartbeat because I think Frost would keep him in check.
easily.
Oh yeah.
And Hyde, who
Yeah.
would
Can anyone keep him in check?
Hyde and Echo would hate each
Hyde.
other. They'd kill each other.
I was gonna say Echo would have annoyed the shit out of Hyde.
Echo would
Good
hate
question.
all of Perennial. Echo would want to shoot all.
I think
No.
Boomer.
Echo
I
and
think
Boomer. Echo and
would
Boomer.
get along.
They're both very fed
Echo
up.
and Boomer
yeah.
would be tight as
Yeah.
that makes
fuck.
sense. That makes sense.
I love that. I love that.
Boomer would hire Echo to topple the
Oh,
whole
hell
organization.
And to DJ her wedding. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see about that. Of the
Greatest
80s.
hits.
All right, so I
Oh,
think
I
we're
like
moving
it.
on to
I
another
like
question.
considering all
sorry.
those.
Yeah, and I'm gonna so I have that.
Yeah.
So since Caleb stole my question, I didn't think
Boom.
about that. I know. Okay. If you could if we can do a body swap, and if you in that body swap you could do something to another character, and you wouldn't get caught with it, what would you do to that character? I'm just thinking.
Oh shit.
Amanda, that
I
sounds
know.
so sketch.
That sounds real.
It's body
That
swap,
That sounds
but
real blue, man.
But what would you do,
That's-
like dark or nice? What would you do for that character that you know that they probably wouldn't do? Like I would take Samael and I would take his ass to rehab.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
hey,
Contrary to that,
Hey,
Get it?
gang.
I would.
Come on.
contrary to that, I would take Merritt's body and just do all the drugs, all of them, all the drugs, all the
That's what I
alcohol,
was expecting.
He would die.
and
I'm telling you.
I would
He would die.
make sure he had some fun.
If Merritt had a single puff of weed, he would die. He would internally combust.
Or he might come
I would-
undone. He might completely just fall
Yeah.
apart.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, we'd start with like some light beer, and then through the course of the night, we'd like slowly escalate ourselves to bath
I'm
salts.
telling you. Killing a whole family in the woods is
Escalation.
nothing, but a puff of weed, he's gone. It's shower scene 100%.
Yeah.
That's sad.
know.
Like being sad high is the worst.
That's
And that's
That's
just for
very
hours.
Warp. That's the only
doesn't go
high
away.
he knows.
Oh. That's bad.
I would just tuck Warp in under like 8 weighted blankets and like make sure someone was there to pet her hair and like just make sure she's taken care of. Give her some like chamomile tea. I just want Warp to be safe.
I appreciate that. I have opposite of soft answers. I would take Merritt's body, but I would do like an America's Next Top Model makeover, like where they like chop all your hair off or something. Or I would take over Tuck's body and meet your wife.
Oh, yes! Yes!
Damn it!
Why?
Good answer. I think we would all do that, really.
Yes.
I
Okay.
Ruhi is a safe place.
Eli, I think you're next. Yep.
Next to questions? Yes. I have a question from Megan from Instagram, which is, can we talk about the mission Boomer and Tuck were
Yes,
on
let's do it.
previously? Yeah, can we?
Eli, unfortunately, is one of the
Can we
only
talk about
players
it?
that was not a part of that. It was a one-shot that we ran. But go ahead, Allegra, elaborate.
Okay, yeah. So, we were. It's the Meadowbrook case that was on the cork board. So the whole thing was there was a team. We were sent to Meadowbrook to deal with a house that it was something like between 10 and 20 people had died there the last 50 years that had been. It was like 17, or something
Including
ridiculous.
including
my
a
superior
friend of
officer
yours.
and the guy who like
Yes. Yeah.
yeah, he was the one that like dragged me into the program. Yeah, Arthur Donnelly, and so he died
Yes.
there most recently, which is why we were
And
sent there.
He is one of the
Um,
names on our cork board,
Yes.
right? Under that.
Yes, Donnelly. Mm-hmm. And then Boomer and I were on the team. Aaron was Agent Torch. Zakia was Agent Halo, and then Caleb was a friendly called Agent Police Chief Buffington. That was,
Michael Buffington.
yeah, Michael Buffington, and
What?
as you would expect, shit got weird. The house was low key haunted, but then we figured out that it was a like an Italian cult
With a witch.
with a
A
witch,
witch
yes.
who was
And a
dedicated
deity.
to the Dark Man.
Yeah. Sacrificing
Yeah, with
cats.
Otep.
Yes, I remember. I had a
That's-
meldown
Yes,
at that.
she did kill us.
Yeah. That was
I
right.
think you lost enough sanity to like go
Yes.
temporarily
I was
insane.
of everything. I was actually furious at Sergio. We're like, wait, why am I watching a
Yeah.
cat being mutilated? And I was just mad at him. I was,
I tried to
Damn.
do it as
and that was and you were the only
tastefully
one
as
that watched
possible.
and,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
Oh, that's right.
And so
Boomer was the
eventually,
only one that watched
Zakia's
it, too.
character, Agent Halo, Agent Halo found
Fine.
the book that described how to stop the haunting, which was you basically had to sacrifice somebody in the home.
and
And so we asked Buffington for all of his like we were
He,
like, give us your
ran
worst
the red
criminals.
Tuck.
Yeah.
And
you
he
and I
didn't
were
want it,
in
he
that
wouldn't
trouble.
do it.
We were trying to get
Yeah.
No, we were trying to be like, give us your criminals, and he was like, nah, you can have me. And we were like, fuck. So we did it.
so
And then we had one more
I
character.
shot a deer.
Yeah.
You shot a Boy Scout essentially, a glorified Boy Scout.
Right.
not.
And
So
then-
so you know,
That needs no further explanation.
Samael was demolitions expert, and during the ritual, the house possessed him because it had that ability.
Mhm.
And
Oh, yeah, that's right.
he just started shooting indiscriminately, and then eventually,
we lost like everyone. The
And then
only
Buff-
people left were
yeah.
the three of us.
Yeah.
And then
That's
and then
right.
You, you
yes,
shot
because
Torch.
yeah.
Yeah, you shot Torch, and then Zakia slit your throat.
Mhm.
That's right.
And then you signed the book. Halo signed the book, and then
Yeah.
but we broke the spell on the house. Apparently, maybe I don't actually know if that actually happened. And then I grabbed Boomer, and we
well, you did
Yeah.
read that the house was being bulldozed, so
Yeah, it
yeah
was
the house
being
is
made
bulldozed to
into a
get to
park.
now, which I
Yeah.
hate. Oh, I think we lost Amanda. Hold up.
and that's okay. When she comes back, we'll continue. But I remember
She
the
bounced back.
thing with Agent Boomer was that they had hit their breaking point while in the home. It was a small home, so that's why she has a problem with small spaces because she's not
Yeah.
comfortable in them.
Yeah,
but
She
yeah.
was outside.
We did the
doing all
whole
that.
Yeah.
ritual in a bedroom or something, right?
Oh,
Yeah, and Boomer ended up running out the front door.
yes.
Yeah.
And Allegra,
That
can
was
you
the one when
elaborate
she
what
left.
happened to Agent Halo?
Oh yeah.
Very
So
good.
there was this creepy fucking mirror in the bedroom, and like at some point a penny rolled through it, and like my reflection reached out and grabbed me. It was awful, and from that mirror came the Lord of Thought. What we didn't know was the Lord of Thought at the time, but what we now know as the Lord of Thought. Lord of Thought jumps out, tells Halo that there's stuff to know, stuff to learn if you sign the book. And at this point, Buffington's dead. It's literally just a bunch of dead bodies, me and Halo. And Halo signs the book, fucking disappears.
Yeah.
And then it's just Tuck left in the room, and she jetted, grabbed Boomer, and there were already sirens coming, so we just dipped.
Can you imagine how terrifying that is? You're in like a pitch black room. The only person you know in the other room just dematerializes, and you're looking down at the man you just slew. Oh, that's brutal.
Yeah. So
I didn't know that was gonna happen, but I just like it was just one more thing to do, and I was like, well, it's over now. Might as well explore it. And then my character vaporized.
And so
that's why Halo comes in. Tuck is unhinged and going across the tarmac trying to get to her because she disappeared in front of her very eyes.
And I didn't really think about that until maybe the episode before we were gonna. No, it was maybe 2 or 3 episodes before we were gonna record that moment. I just thought, I mean, what a lovely wrench to throw in the mix that this person comes back. So
yeah.
I didn't think it was gonna wreck me as much as it did. Yeah,
it was after the plane. So like, why did you think I haven't done enough harm? why did you get that conclusion?
You know what?
You have.
That's what I was thinking too, because we had literally just had a conversation that Sergio was asking of us the whole time, which was like, you know, we're gonna come together, we're gonna be a team, and we're gonna try and do our best. And then Sergio was like, nah, fuck this. Like,
no.
About that,
I have a very specific list of like, these are things that Tuck is not going to compromise on, and these are things that are going to just like wreck Tuck no matter when they come up. And then I was like, okay, like Meadowbrook might a little bit, but like not that much. And then Hyde didn't let me talk to Halo, and I was like, oh, apparently this is a big thing for me. As I'm saying the words, I punch Hyde. It was a little thing in the back of my head, like, oh, this did wreck me more than I thought it did.
yeah.
I'm glad it was all unresolved angst that drives you.
Yeah. Hello, have you met me? Unresolved angst is my favorite thing. Sorry, Amanda, I cut you off. What were you going to say?
I'm sorry. Go ahead. What were you saying?
you fucking with us?
No, I want to make sure I don't cut anybody off. That's why.
Amanda, go right now.
No, don't talk.
So no. Okay, so Meadowbrook, I'll say this. That was Boomer's first mission, and it scared the ever-loving crap out of her to her very soul, where it's like God, reality, reincarnation, like those kind of existential crises that like you need therapy for, but couldn't go to therapy for. So she just focused on pancakes hard and her work. But there, like Tuck actually saved her life. So that's one of the reasons why like Boomer will be forever like grateful to that. Like she doesn't want to think it's kind of like she went through that and she's like, no, it didn't happen. But like when you saw Halo, that was just like, that also triggered. I didn't realize until like in the moment. I was like, are you no. And it was just like I got very protective. I'm like, no. And then you went after her and I was just like, oh no, like shit's going south and I don't want to be here. So yeah. It was a lot of feels. A lot of scary feels. I remember that. Ugh.
Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah.
All right, I think Aaron is next.
Wait, but first the Lakers gotta feed their cat.
Yeah! I was gonna say we caught
it. His medicine.
The cat.
He's asleep. He'll handle it. I can give it to him later. It's just anxiety medicine. The only medicated person in this house.
In Meadowbrook, that alarm did go off at 8:00, and we're all like, "Wait, stop!" Like, gotta feed the cat.
That alarm was with us for like the first like 12 episodes that we attempted to record. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then I remembered to shut it off on Sundays.
So anyway, Vince from Patreon and Black Project Gaming.
My sweet baby
Hello,
Vince.
Thanks for listening. Asks, for those involved in editing and post-production, what's the editing process like and what resources do you use?
Well, I use Avid Pro Tools. That's the editing software I use. And then the editing process is just, I don't know. It's just sitting here and condensing it down. I don't know. It starts with like a rough stitch, so I compile and bring everything together. Then it's depending on how I feel. It's either me laying in sound effects and then trying to build the world around it, and then try to layer in action stuff, or I start with music and try to set the tone and the intention of it, and then build the world around it. It kind of depends on how I feel when I get up in the morning and, and sit down at the computer and go. And then eventually, once I get everything, or I feel like I've edited enough, then I start mixing it down and trying to like pan things, make things kind of feel like you're sitting in the space and in the world that these characters are kind of living in. That's pretty much what I do.
Yeah, and to go further with that, I mean, basically, Eli or I would edit an episode and then send it out to the group, get notes, and then Eli would, continue to build it sound-wise. We used Freesound, the website. We used a subscription to Soundstripe for some stuff. We obviously Foleyed some audio stuff. We were very lucky that for at least the first, 6 or 7 episodes, we were able to get into an actual recording studio. So
yeah, the first 6.
We're able to mix it on a nice sound stage.
Can I just say, I remember the night that I was supposed to go to the studio, and that was the night both Caleb and I had
matching car breakdowns. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Car,
and then you guys gave me a hard time. Aaron, to this day, acts as though that did not happen. But Sergio can attest to this shit because I was there the next week. I showed him how my door opens in half.
Yeah.
What
I'll
does that
show you.
mean?
After we've all had the vaccine.
I don't know.
I-
I want you to.
I think it's very important to note that Caleb, the tallest member of this group, drives a bug. It's this big. His little car,
It
and it's my favorite thing about you, buddy.
It makes me feel safe. I feel
It's very
held.
small.
I feel held by that car.
So
It's
can't
a
wait
widow.
to like hug you, Caleb, because I am like the shortest member.
You
so.
could call it a clown car.
Hey!
You're almost there.
Tommy the Clown car?
Not till we all try to fit in it.
What was the question?
Anywho,
Oh yeah,
are
Editing.
we just went off tangent again.
Oh, I
are
gotcha.
we have we answered that
think so.
question as much as we wish to?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so.
McGann from Instagram has asked, I'm so sorry.
Mega-
Did Caleb know Merritt was going to die in the plane? How did he feel about it? How did all of you feel in that moment?
It's funny that she singles out
Well, pretty
Merritt
fucking
and not everyone died.
Well, Merritt died first, though, and that was like a big thing.
I think
Yeah.
that's why,
Yeah.
because I was the only one that didn't know. Well, I guess I wasn't the only one that didn't know that I was coming back, but I was the only one that didn't get the inkling that maybe this was a setup, And to pair with that, he killed me, and then I had a power outage.
Yeah.
That's all right.
And my
Forgot about
whole
that.
building went out. And so I had to basically, I thought I was dead for good. And so the way I was feeling was, oh my God, I just lost him. And like it was a big moment for me because I think Merritt as a character is a gamble to begin with because you're betting on him living long enough to be redeemable. And like I was so prepared in that split second of like, oh, he's never gonna get to be better. Like he's never gonna get to resolve all these things that I want for him. And so I was trying to come to terms with that while thinking, fuck, who do you do after this neurotic asshole? Like, who comes next? Like, and then I came back from the outage, and everyone's like, dude, are you okay? You left. Like,
I can't believe that at the same time you had a power outage. And it was perfect too, because like you died and we had a quick back and forth once or twice, and then you disappeared. Like it was just enough that it worked for the recording. We didn't have to re-record anything.
I still
We thought he
Yeah,
just
no.
stormed out.
Yeah, rage quit.
I thought he was having like an emotional moment.
It's funny, I still haven't heard what happens after I die. Like, I haven't gone back and listened to that part. Mainly, I don't want to hear myself die again. But I don't know what happened to you guys. I don't know how that scene goes.
Nothing good.
Yeah.
All bad
We
things.
flew. That's the best way
we
to
died
describe
too.
it. We were flying.
Oh, he opened the plane?
Pretty much.
pulled a Con
Morphe
Air.
got like eviscerated.
That's right. I did die as well.
Yep.
And by then, I had just
shredded.
mentally left. Like once it was clear that Sergio was going to kill us all, I was like, I'm not going to be here to feel this. This is bad. And then the next thing I know, you were like, it was all a dream. I was like, oh, thank God. Okay, I'm back.
I just remember thinking like, oh my god, this is all because I decided to pop a
Good. All I wanted was to make Samael feel even a little bit bad for what he did.
So, Aaron, are we gonna think before we take something?
No,
To be
he's
clear.
not. Are you
clear.
kidding me?
To be
Aaron,
clear, Samael
that.
wasn't thinking that. Aaron was.
Aaron was, yeah.
Aaron.
Aaron has sympathy for us. Samael, we're just...
Yeah, Samael doesn't give a fuck.
Samael has two categories in his life: spells and things that are not spells, and the rest, or I'm sorry, spells and drugs and
Yeah.
things that are not spells and drugs.
Fair enough.
Hey,
Oh boy.
he likes his Bible.
Mm-hmm. No, he
There's a lot of papers in that Bible.
Amen.
Oh.
Was anybody like angry? Like, why is Sergio doing this? This makes no sense.
I was.
Yeah.
I was a little pissed at. I was actually
know-
genuinely pissed at you. I was just like,
I-
"What the f, man? Like, we just got through this. We were learning a moment, and I'm falling to the ground on a splat. F you."
No, I was upset because
Yeah, I was bummed.
realized, like, I was in that moment. I went, I didn't think of domes. Fuck. Like, that's why I didn't think of domes, and someone had to go because we must have all fucked up and not thought about domes. I thought it was totally valid. I was ready to die.
Wait. Who were the people that thought no?
I was just like,
I didn't think of domes.
I did.
I
did
know
I
domes.
did.
Whole
I did as like an
cloth.
I didn't
afterthought.
think of domes at all.
Sorry.
I
did.
did not. I was thinking
thought
about those two people I killed.
Yeah, I thought about cutting off Samael's arm, I think is what I wrote. Because I thought the Preda was like it spread. And I was like, man, I wish Warp had a knife.
That would have been such a funny ending to that scene, though, if like somebody just chopped his arm off. No, but like there was a part of me that I had a strong suspicion that you were pulling something funny, Sergio. Most of me was like, I think this is a dream. I'm pretty sure this is a dream, and I was relieved when I was right.
Mhm.
I
just wanted to fly my plane.
Meeting.
yeah, I just wanted
Yeah.
to fly my plane all season. I just wanted to fly
You
that plane,
did.
and then
You got what you wanted in the end.
yeah,
For-
into the ground.
2 hours.
It's not what I wanted.
But it was up there. It did go up.
You know, I know Sergio said that this is his last time, like, bailing us out, but I definitely do not think this is the last time he tries to trick us like that. I think there's definitely some
No.
some flavor of bullshit like this down the road.
I mean, it is a horror game. Gotta keep you on your toes.
Yeah.
But the way those mechanics worked was, had you all been thinking of circles, I would have chosen the highest power roll. But none of you were pretty much thinking of circles, so I chose the lowest of the power rolls against the Preda's power roll. So that's how that worked.
Yeah.
I think I literally texted you some like bullshit about like my past and about my wife and all this stuff, and then as an afterthought, I was like, "And domes."
Not enough. Not enough.
We hear the word role playing
No.
games, and we don't
Absolutely
hear
not.
game. We don't.
Yeah.
There's nothing to win. There's no strategy.
All right.
Never heard of her.
So
Games?
I have a
No.
couple of questions. This first one from Chief McLean of our Patreon. He asks a question that is somewhat similar to a question we answered a little bit earlier, so I'm going to modify it just a little bit. What we talked about the hopes that you have for your Delta Green characters. What fears do you have for these characters? What are you afraid might actually happen?
I'm not giving you ideas, Sergio. What are you talking
Chief
about?
asked it. It wasn't me. Chief asked it.
Chief.
But
Sergio, we all know the
Let
real
me
fear.
grab my notebook. All right, go ahead.
That's not.
Sergio, we know the real fear that the real fear is Marlene and those stingers slowly coming for us all.
Yeah, fuck you for that.
I keep saying
wanna say-
that the day that Marlene shows up is the day we're having like the greatest moment. Like we come together as the team, we're sitting around,
We
the
won't
table
know.
eating
We won't know it's
shawarma,
her.
something like that,
Yeah.
and then like Marlene just comes
Right,
and just
right.
destroys somebody in
Right.
front of all of us. I'm just like,
I keep thinking, what do we have that Marlene wants so fucking bad? What?
Fucking revenge. We
Drugs?
destroyed
Wait
her.
for the
Revenge.
7
We
caps I put
clearly
in her.
didn't, though. We didn't do shit to her. She got back up and got a dog. She came out +2, not 0.
I mean, we blew up her spot, right? Like that property's not cheap.
I just think we
Actually-
took something from that cabin
No.
that she wants. That's my thought.
If you think she should thank us. She's out. If anything,
Exactly.
Oh, it's those,
She's out. She's
those
got a
fucking
dog.
teeth.
She's
don't
a
you know
cop
that
now.
dog dead?
She
That
got a
dog-
promotion.
doesn't have a-
She's a cop.
She's dead.
Now.
She's an FBI agent now or
Exactly.
something.
She's fine. I'm telling you, we have something that she fucking wants. I don't know if it's the bone knife or whatever the fuck it is.
She wants her teeth back.
We're afraid to actually answer your
hair.
question, Serge,
Oh.
because I already got like 15 things. I was like, oh, that would suck, and I'm like, no. This is gonna-
I'll
Go ahead.
answer.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I
Sam.
got one.
Go ahead, Andy.
Yeah.
I'm afraid that Samuel will have to either I'm afraid he'll have to face his daughter in some
Oh.
way, or B, that he will have one of his weird kind of triple lives. He'll have one exposed to the other. That's my biggest fear for him.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Oh
That
man.
would be bad.
Boomers
He's-
is if you take her sister or her fiance away.
Here you go. Here's one from chat. What if
Wow.
Tuck's wife gets recruited in, and that's how everyone meets her?
That's my best friend. That's my best friend, and I'm very at 2. Meg, how
That's
dare
incredible,
you?
Meg. That is like
Meg.
revolutionary.
He's how
Good on
Yo,
you.
why aren't you writing this down?
I got it. I'll
That is
text
like
it.
nightmare scape.
She's a meteorologist. There's no reason
mean-
she'd have to be in the program.
Why
She's a
not?
fucking meteorologist. It's
That's one
fine.
of the
Until-
professions.
Thank you, Weather.
Hello.
Until there's a weather-related
I'm just
phenomenon.
saying that would be an incredible case. I'll put that down as a fear. A case where they start targeting our bonds, where all of
Yeah,
a sudden
Oh no.
all 6 of us get calls from our loved ones, and oh, somebody killed Samson. Oh, somebody got Pops. Like that would be terrifying.
Mm-mm.
That's
That's a
Oh
good
man,
one.
we all
My
get called
heart.
at the same
My
time.
heart.
No, I
Oh.
don't.
I mean,
We
I could pretty much do that to myself, but okay.
we all get matching calls right at the same time.
All right, so the next
Yeah.
question is from Daffy on Instagram, and they ask, "Who is your favorite NPC? You have a favorite
Oh.
NPC?"
Greg Mattis, hands down. Greg Mattis.
I was gonna pick that too.
Yes.
Hey, Matt. My
Or-
boy.
I liked Luther. Whenever you guys were at the arcade, I liked him. He seemed like a ride or die.
him.
I was like, he seems like a bro.
Luther's great.
I like
Um,
Luther.
Yeah. That's really hard.
I think it's got to go to our slimy boy for me.
Emmanuel?
I think
Emmanuel.
yeah, Manny himself.
Yeah.
Good old duck hunt. I think that the great thing about Manny is that not only is he scary, not only does he bring some fear factor and what the fuck is this thing, but he's also sort of like cerebral and funny and has an actual personality behind being a monster. That the whole time I was like, what the fuck are you? And I still think that constantly. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's creepier because of
Yeah,
it.
I was-
because
Right.
because he's a person and he's fucking around and he's bored and playing Duck Hunt. You should not be bored, bitch. You should be like eating zombies. I don't know, do spooky shit.
What if Marlene partners up with him?
Stop.
Stop.
No.
Don't,
Stop.
no.
Illegal.
No.
Stop it.
Sorry.
I think my favorite NPC was Mrs. Janowitz.
Oh, the old lady,
Fuck
yeah,
Mrs.
in the
Janowitz.
apartment.
He's
My
Marlene
favorite
now. She's
accent.
motherfucking
That's my
Marlene now.
Not anymore.
No, yeah,
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
That's that cop.
Yeah, she gone.
I love
I
Mom too. I just want to
Mallory, you
there.
I don't trust mom. I
Uh,
don't
Yeah.
trust mom.
You
further than I
would.
can throw her.
I think I mean Mom.
and there's two that are just like, I just want to know where they went. I want the kids in the hallway in the hotel room and the girl that welcomed us at the hot tub place. Like, what is her job? Just refreshments?
She was the receptionist.
I think about those kids all the time. What
That'll-
the fuck are you doing swimming at night
In April.
In the middle of
in
a pandemic.
April in a pandemic
Hold
In
on,
Michigan.
hold on.
in
Question.
Michigan?
Question. In any case, where was that any of your business?
It was an
You
indoor
were-
pool, to be fair.
Exactly. You try not
That's-
to argue out in the hallways, and never mind the children who are just trying to get on with their day.
I'm just saying.
I'll admit that I made that pool after the fact. I made the indoor pool after
Never
the
mind.
fact.
Yeah.
I was like, it's kids
so
coming back from the
crazy.
pool.
I'm not saying. I just like COVID is not afraid of water.
But this is early 2020, so that's where a lot of
This is early pandemic.
Right. You keep trying to rationalize this shit while those two cryptid children sold us out to the police. Fucking
they did.
snitches. Snitches
All
get
I'm hearing
snitches.
is Merit unhinged in the
kids
hallway.
do,
Everything
yo.
from COVID's not afraid of water. This is what you hear from Merit's room.
I'm just saying.
What if one of the children was Emmanuel?
Those two kids keep fucking around. I'm gonna find their parents and we'll see what happens. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Oh my god.
Okay.
found the weakness.
You literally just said fuck around and find out.
All right, so we're about halfway through.
Yeah.
Let's take a quick
Yeah.
5-minute break, and we'll come back and we'll finish our questions from the chat. Okay? All right, we'll be right back.
Okay.
Ready. Let's begin. You know these thoughts and feelings all too well, don't you, agents?
Yeah. Yeah. Not a single one of us making it to Monday. What's gonna happen if I miss another Sunday?
And we are back.
Amanda.
Let us continue our discussion of this final debrief. I think Zakia, you were next with some questions.
Yes. I have two questions. The first one coming from Chief McLean, and it is, what are the cast of players looking forward to in the next arc? I guess it could be from you personally, or, I mean, yeah, I guess we talked about hopes in character. So
Well,
you
yeah, I guess
personally.
you could also phrase it like, I guess, within the game, what are you looking forward to kind of exploring more too?
Okay,
Yeah, and we're dramatic. It doesn't have to be happy.
I've got two things. One, Arc 2 for me is all about, it's like if this was Bachelor, this is Hometowns. This is all about the past. This is all about who you fucking people are, who are your bonds, how are we going to meet them, who are you people for me. And then two, I would love to see some King in Yellow shit. I want to see some spooky King in Yellow shit. That's my game right now.
I really want to go hunt down, or I want Samael to go hunt down Club Apocalypse and see what that's about.
That's right.
Specifically, I want Samael to sneak out and do it on his own.
Not
Don't
gonna
split
happen.
the party.
It's not gonna happen.
So you're really looking for like a new character in Arc 2.
Yeah.
I want Philadelphia Project. I want the Philadelphia
Yeah.
Project. We talked about it for a brief second, and I was like, I want it.
Yeah.
Give me science nonsense.
Yeah, because then me and Eli can play spooky bitches.
Yes, I want you to play spooky
Yes.
bitches.
Spooky bitches.
That's right.
If like a little bit of like a romantic side of me is coming out, I kind of want to run away and elope. That's what I want to do. That's
Wow.
Ooh.
Oh,
Brighter than New York.
Wow.
We've already established that or Samael is performing your wedding. Just bring her to New York.
Amanda, you're gonna elope just so you can like die later and traumatize
Just so,
your wife?
how about this? Y'all ain't gonna be at the wedding.
To your knowledge.
It would be also a little
Yeah.
bit of an FU to the group, but I don't think it'll play out that way at all. In fact, I actually want to stay away out of Philly for a little bit.
I mean,
Why can't we just be friends, guys?
You're a
What-
narc.
Have you
You're like
seen
the
the
worst
worst
of
Yeah.
the narcs.
Also, did you, Boomer? Did you just say that you're from Philadelphia? Did you just reveal that on the?
No, I didn't. Relax.
you
Is there another Philly that I'll look up? Let me just.
no, you were uncomfortable about
I have
Philadelphia.
no idea what-
Second.
Yeah, because we were saying the Philadelphia Project.
Right.
Right. You're
Yeah.
gonna
This is
stay
about
away
as
from it.
smooth as me trying to
Yeah, 'cause
cover
if-
Max with man.
Because when we go do the Philadelphia experiment thing, that shit's gonna go ahead and it's gonna mess us up even more. So
Yeah.
It's funny. It's funny because I thought we should be going to
Right.
Philadelphia after once we get into
It-
Arc 2. I was like, yeah, we should go to Philly. Frice information.
Yeah, there was
and-
that
and
stuff
so-
on Frice, and there was something on the corkboard about Philly too, right?
Mm.
So maybe we just
No.
say
Yeah.
fuck New York, and we go straight to Philly.
so
Philadelphia seems like the right place
Okay.
to go.
so
That's what our founding fathers thought.
okay. I'm debating on what to say now. Because some people
It's not fun, is
no,
it?
some people well,
Say
no,
more,
but I'm
fam.
just saying where Tuck is nicer. Remember, Tuck is nicer. Boomer will straight up kill
Err.
you. Just FYI on certain things.
Oh, we know.
Let's
I
go.
We've
don't know.
seen that Boomer
Let's
will
go.
I think
fucking kill you.
what will
I'm gonna
really
leave it there.
happen is
Oh.
Boomer will have Merrick kill them, and then we'll go back to the car together.
Shady.
Oh,
You
I
know,
mean,
the narc.
well, like at least for a security guard, you actually
backstabber!
do security.
Thank you. Vindication.
But you were the
We,
first to go to mom really quick and just be like,
Oh,
"Hey, this is-
100%.
Yeah, I told you.
100%.
All right, next question, Zakia.
Yeah, let's
Mom,
go
there was a
before
fight on
some
the
of us get in
Trimax.
trouble.
Yeah, for
Yeah, we're gonna
For our
get
next
we're gonna get mean.
we touched on it already, but will we get to see more of the agents' home lives and families in the continuing arcs? That's pretty much.
My answer is
I mean,
yes.
I think we will.
It's built within the Delta Green system that there are home scenes where you can regain sanity or continue doing some research or just like strengthen a bond, and we will definitely be exploring that in the second arc. So yes, you will see some more of the home life stuff.
Or potentially lose sanity
yeah.
in a lot of our
True.
cases.
Oh.
I mean, I will say that I need to pick up something literally from my home. So I like since we're going to DC,
Yeah.
I do actually need to go home and get something.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
So
It's happening.
unfortunately, yes, but I'm dropping you two off with mom 1st.
Mhm.
Interesting. Yeah.
Alright.
Actually, hold
We'll
on. Serge, I got a question really quick, kind of touching on the subject. Who do you like, because you know us, like whose family and side story do you like, are like, you can list it, do you want to see, like, play and mess around with? Who do you want to torture?
Ooh.
Ooh,
I
yes.
can't answer that for spoiler reasons, but what I can say
Everyone.
is that I think everyone's like home stuff is very interesting, and I'm looking forward to doing all of that. I think we'll probably take a whole episode. You know, again, it kind of depends how things are going to play out, but we'll probably take a whole episode, and everyone will have some time with their families and their bonds, and we'll explore those. I'm interested in all of them. But I mean, to answer your question, yes, I have certain agents in mind that I am going to torture the fuck out of.
Oh, no.
You can't give us maybe one
I
name,
can't.
a single name.
I think it would be a waste of a good spoil if I said it. Just know that it's
It
coming.
fills me with
I want to know.
Watch it be
Terrifying.
warp.
deep
Focusing on
fear.
Boomer
Months
and Tuck
away.
too much. Watch it be warp. I'm going there.
You want to torture Warp right now?
With
Do
her
you want-
sanity where it is?
I don't think.
No.
Right, times being what they
No,
are,
I don't.
hard and getting harder all the time. No.
Okay.
It do be like that.
Oh,
Uh,
no.
Those are all. Yeah, actually, those are all of my questions. Did we talk about what we all thought when we sent it? We sent our answers into Sergio for the Preda. We did, yeah.
I don't think we specifically
We
each
touched on-
person. Maybe if you want to real quick, just rapid fire. What were you thinking of
Yeah.
during the Preda thing when I asked you?
Yeah.
My feet.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was gonna chop Samael's arm off.
Yeah.
I thought of my fiance's wedding ring, or like the engagement ring. That's what I
Ooh,
See?
interesting.
in theme and with circles.
I counted it.
I think I was like Caleb, and I did something like character-y and stupid, and was like, my wife, my past, things, and then my panic and domes.
That's hilarious. I was looking at the photograph that I had put in the cockpit because there was turbulence, and I had looked down to look at it, and that's what she was thinking about.
Oh yeah, your hot voice.
I just found the message from September when we did this, and first I succeeded on the power roll. He's thinking about getting the researchers back into the cockpit to defend them, and in the back of the mind, back of his mind, he's thinking of what an old friend used to say when presented with more work than expected. That's okay. That's okay.
Why?
That's okay. I didn't want to go home tonight anyway.
Oh no!
That's
Oh,
good.
that's really good,
Yeah.
but so wrong. Yeah. Okay. No further
Yeah.
questions.
Allegra.
I think Caleb and I talked about it too. Was about like, hey, what are we gonna do to keep the Squint safe?
Yeah.
Throw him in the cockpit? Sure. And then at one point, I remember we talked about, like, do we shoot the Preda? And then we were like, no, we can't shoot
Yeah.
things in an airplane.
Well, our plan, which was a bad one, was
Terrible.
we were gonna get everybody into the cockpit, seal the door on one side, and then open the door in the middle of the plane, and hope it sucked the Preda out.
I mean, it's not a
and killed
terrible idea.
But who would have died?
Somebody would have definitely gotten sucked out with
Everyone.
the Preda, but-
Everyone would have died.
Someone would have had to go, and I think me and Allegra the whole time were like, well, is it you? Is it me? Is it one of the researchers? It can't be Hyde. Like,
That's funny.
It was, they were all, every plan we came up with was
Yeah,
a bad
yeah.
plan.
We're
kept
really not
thinking-
good in the moment, are we? We're
Yeah.
really not that
No,
good in the moment.
Well, there's just not you can.
We're
There's
not
not much
good
you
at
can do
planning
with
either.
30,000, 40,000 feet in the air. So,
exactly.
Yeah.
all right. So, Allegra, I think you have some of the last questions.
I have some of the last ones. Martin de Lafayette from Patreon asked, mostly for Sergio, but also the rest of the cast, how do you feel about the fate of the team going forward? Did they learn enough taking steps toward becoming a team that they can survive in Arc 2?
I don't know.
What do you think, Serge?
I mean, I really like the perennial agents, but I don't think they have a good fate. I mean, thank God you have the easiest possible job of just like collecting papers from store alls, but even then you're like barely surviving. So we'll see. I mean, I'm going to do my best, but there's only so much I can do from this point on of keeping you guys alive.
Oh, yeah.
I think in terms of working together, we took the first big step.
For sure.
But we're not nearly
Yeah.
there yet. I think we need 2 more very big steps. The problem is that in these 4 days, we have seen no human side of each other whatsoever. And so there is nothing to like about each other other than equating whoever it is to the program, to which all of us are in a toxic, abusive relationship with. So all of you look like bad exes.
It'll be
It's
interesting
terrible
to see what the first couple episodes are, because you guys are technically separated right now. We've got Team Dysfunctional Family
Yeah.
with Merritt, Warp, and Tuck, and then we've got the Brat Pack with Boomer, Samael, and Hyde. And it'll be interesting to see if there's any kind of collaboration, or maybe the smaller group will lend to something.
I feel like my group's the group you party with. That's the group that parties.
That's true.
Whoa,
Y'all are the
we-
party
we
group.
You get
going
arrested
crazy.
with.
I'm so terrified about this group. Yeah, get arrested.
You know what though? I
for
think
sure.
it's going to be really good for team morale. Like surprisingly, I honestly think it might be the best thing possible for us to only see 2 other members instead of everyone for just a little bit.
Yeah.
Just focus.
Yeah, I don't want to look at Tuck right now.
Oh, man.
So we'll see.
Yeah. Some space.
Another question I got was from
Like
Pencil
what?
Critter.
4 days they
Oh.
work together.
Yeah, 4
Well,
days.
We're closing out a week because we took 2 days.
It was
to,
a week.
We took 2 days to
Yeah,
look over stuff, and
It's been a week at 10.
I mean, it's really more like 4 or 5, to be honest. The time has gone by very
That's what
quickly.
I got.
Oh,
time is soup.
Yeah.
Time means nothing.
interesting.
Okay, Pencil Critter from Patreon asked, Zakia, the mumbling and singing moment that Warp had when she was struggling to deal with the situation, was that a form of stimming? If not, what is the meaning behind it? It was so captivating, almost hypnotic, and fascinating to listen to, which I agree with.
Thanks. Okay, yeah, I wrote notes on this one because this is a lot. It was a form of stimming, but it was more like dissociate. Also, does everybody know what I mean when I say stimming?
No, go ahead and explain it.
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
stimming is like a form of like self-soothing. There's a lot of different like situations and like mental environments where stimming happens. But it's really just like anything to sort of keep yourself grounded. It literally could be like tapping or like flapping or anything. But yes, it was. She was disassociating. She didn't want to be here. And the actual song Sunnyside is a lot faster, and it's supposed to be like a funny song. And I learned it in summer camp when I was like 5, and just brought it back. It was not in that recap until that moment is when I decided to do it. But it typically ends with asking someone to tell a joke, and it's something you sing when you're like miserable to like lift everyone's spirits. And I think that that's something that Warp would have heard in her past, the way her life was set up, and that's like she needed that like jolt of optimism, even if it didn't work. Yeah. I
And
think-
what about
but it was
what
more
about those almost like proverbs that you were saying?
oh, what about them?
It's obviously a little more backstory
Yeah.
oriented, and we don't want to get too spoilery about it. But yeah,
I have a technical question about them. Maybe this will help with avoiding the spoiler. Did you have those written down, or was that off the dome too?
Hell no, they're written down.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely
what I
not.
thought. That's what I
they,
thought.
they felt religious
Yeah.
in nature.
Yeah, they were also, yeah, they come from the same place that song comes from.
We'll learn more
Yep.
about Warp in our second arc.
Fear.
Yeah.
Yes. My last question is one that you guys are used to. Zakia took my question of what was everyone thinking in that moment of the Preda. But my question is the usual one from me. Pick a song from your playlist. Fucking tell me about it, because it's my favorite thing to know.
Yes.
I love it. Hit me with your best shot. Not the song, but just your
Okay.
tell me your things. Tell me all the things.
Who wants to go first?
I feel like I.
And you
Yeah.
good?
Say
Yeah.
boom.
One second.
Is everybody like
That's like
opening
I gotta
Spotify
pull
right now?
Yes,
Is that what's happening?
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
am.
Yeah.
Spotify.
I have mine if we need
Go
to
for
stall.
it. Go for it.
Go, Zach, go.
Okay. The first song that Warp heard after her first inciting incident was Katy Perry's Firework. And that's why it's the last song on our playlist. Because it's really important to her.
I love it.
Like a celebration, confident song. Because she does feel like a plastic bag sometimes. So that's like her like hype song.
I love that.
So, for Boomer, I know I already said Bodak Yellow, but the
That's right.
second one,
Is Bodak Yellow again? Boom.
no, you wish. God, honestly, I'm stuck between two songs, which is Rihanna's "Bitch Better Have My Money" and
Do 'em both. I dare you. I dare you to do them both.
"Damn It Feels Good to Be a Gangster" by Ghetto Boys.
Yes.
It's like those are smack dab in the
Do them both. Do them both. I don't care. Do them
1, 2,
both.
3, there you go. So I did that.
Cool.
Caleb.
Okay, I'm gonna go with "Differently, Still" by Bad Bad Not Good. It's an instrumental, like modern jazz piece. When I was trying to desperately get through schoolwork and writer's block and everything, I was looking for all these different alternatives for trying to spur inspiration and everything. And everyone started recommending like listening to jazz or easy listening or like hip hop beats to study to or whatever it was. And that's how I found Bad Bad Not Good, which is this great instrumental track that is so beautiful and fits jazz so well. And it just feels exactly how Merritt does in his mind, in his thought process. This is what he listens to at home. This is what he listens to when he works out, when he walks, when he does anything. It's this sort of track that never has anything to say, but is productive in its own right, and is something he could work to. And I think Merritt is someone exactly like that. Has to have something he can work to that he doesn't have to think about, so he can do his thinking.
Love it. Oh man.
You know what? I don't
Serge,
really
you wanna go?
have like a second song. I'm blank.
You kind of just set the
Yeah,
mood with
it's-
everything.
Yeah.
I listen to a lot of. I listen to your playlists. I listen to the players' playlists. I listen to some stuff that I put on my own, but nothing else really stands out to me.
Eli.
I'm trying to like pick because like the one that I mentioned earlier was like one of the core songs for Hyde. Um, let's see. I think it would be between "Apply Some Pressure" from Maximo Park or "Harbor's Closed" by Jason J. Harbor's Closed. Jason J is just like a guy that I listened to growing up and stuff. He's a kid from Guam who actually now plays reggae music out here. And I love his music, and it just feels like a lot like Hyde's vibe, and her like place back home. And then "Apply Some Pressure" is like a really upbeat like rock song about handling pressure and shit. I don't know.
Fair.
Nice. Aaron?
Oh, I think I would probably go with Miss Lanka and Give Us This Day, which is a wind band piece. Most of his playlist is wind band and orchestral music. But I think I like that one a lot because it kind of has like this dualistic nature of, it has like these like really heavy like dark sections, and then all of a sudden it'll just like smash cut to like this really like nice, light, beautiful, like bouncy like woodwind thing. And I think it's just a really interesting, like, I think it fits Samael well because it has that dual nature. It's super dark and heavy, but then there's also like this lighter, kinder side to it as well.
Yeah. Aw. I
Those are
love
good
that.
choices.
I think mine is Best Friend by Ingrid Michaelson because it's literally just teenage Tuck. It's just teenage Tuck falling in love with her wife. Well, like they were friends at the time, but like it's just Tuck falling in love
What's
with
the
wife.
backstory on them?
Friends to lovers.
Yeah.
Slow
That's
We're
burn.
gonna
it.
need that.
Slow
We're gonna need that.
burn.
It's childhood. It's literally slow burn
300,000
childhood friends to
word
lovers.
plus.
Yeah.
That's it.
Except one.
I was like, I want soft. They're going to be fucking soft.
Wait, who do you picture in your mind for your fiance? Because I showed you who I said was for your wife. Because
for
I
my
showed you
wife?
my fiance.
Well, the thing is, she's I was playing a lot of Last of Us 2 when I was writing Tuck backstory.
Interesting.
So it's mostly just Dina in my she's like a lot Dina. She's which is the dumb. And there's an actress whose name I can't remember at this moment. But yeah, it's
Okay, so
it's Dina.
everybody tell the chat your
I'm
celebrity
predictable.
crushes.
Yes.
Who was your Agent Boomer's fiance?
You'll just wait till session season 2. And
Okay.
I'll probably wake up then.
Wait, no, I haven't told who mine looked like. You tell who
Yeah,
yours looked like. Fuck
you have
That's
to tell me.
true.
I have to draw her. It's the law. You say it.
Season
Love.
Maybe.
Okay,
Maybe.
so is that all of our questions?
I think it is.
Wow.
I believe so.
I think that's everything.
Well, this has been a lot of fun. I can't wait to do this for Ashoka and then to do it for the second arc of Doom to Repeat.
Yeah.
Ashoka.
Yeah, that's our next thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
So March 5th, I think, is our release date for Ashoka, our D&D
That's a
game.
couple of weeks.
In a couple of
That's
weeks.
2
Oh,
weeks
so
away.
much
Yeah.
work
And
to be done.
who's running it down
Hey,
in my
guys.
corner?
Who is
Got
it?
Eli
Oh wait.
as our DM.
Eli, incredible job.
So good.
Yeah.
So we are still going to be doing our shows on Twitch. We are next week. We're going to continue just as before with our Monday Sheep Farm, Tuesday Iron Sworn. Every alternate Wednesdays we'll keep doing Heroes You Should Know. And then this coming Friday we have I'm very excited about this one shot that was ran by Zakia, Morgoths versus Visigoths. It was hilarious.
God.
It was completely ridiculous, and our listeners are going
It
to
was a
love watching
ride.
it. Can't wait to premiere that.
So much fun.
But thank you guys for checking in. Thank you everyone for saying hi and dropping your questions. We love our interactions. If you love interacting with us and want to keep doing it, we have a Patreon. You're welcome to subscribe on Twitch, but we love saying hi. So make sure to check in on us and yeah, this has been a lot of fun.
Guys, with this, we can honestly say that we're done with Arc 1. Like, this is the end of
Oh no.
Time to
Two
move
R.
on.
Yeah.
Time to move on.
Time to move on.
Not not emotionally, but
Forward.
Forward.
We'll
This
be
is
back.
the
We
time
are,
for.
we're definitely back.
Should,
If you have any ideas for fan fiction and would like to produce that content, this is just like at Mayday.
We're
Arc.
waiting.
Talk to
We're waiting
Amanda
for it.
about
Yeah.
it. Talk to
Oh,
Amanda
God.
about it. She'll yell. Amanda will
Amanda's
yell
got a
about
You
it.
list.
have to
Amanda.
link Zakia, myself, and Leg, because we will definitely distribute to the group.
yeah, the players have been nonstop
I will
hoping for
beta
the fan
anything.
fiction to appear.
Because we want to see who you'll pair.
Right.
Because we know
Right.
who.
You
I
just
have
want
mostly
your
just curious
filthy
about the pair.
shit validated? And
'Cause
I'm
it's
not
true. It is
fucking
true. Because you know,
Yes.
I'm telling you, people, I'm not gonna say it because I'm not gonna like put my influence into the fan base, whatever. But they know exactly who I am rooting for in this arc.
You're right.
Amanda, someone in the chat
Yeah.
just asked if it could be erotic fan fiction. So
I mean, look, to each
You're-
their
you're-
own.
Oh, it's Parker.
To
The
each
yoga's
their
already been
own.
done.
We're
The
all
yoga's
adults here.
already been done.
We're all adults here. Follow your heart. Who are we to suppress
heard
your
about yoga?
creativity?
I'm not.
That's it.
I'm not trying to influence anybody, but Tumor is there. The ship lives.
Oh,
Tumor
what?
survived.
Very good.
Tumor?
Yes.
We're both married.
That
fucker.
doesn't
Oh,
change.
you're right. I totally forgot.
Shit.
Oh my
that's
gosh.
not trapped anyone.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
One of you is just engaged.
Okay, hold on.
I'm married, and I
What
will
if she-
sooner lose. I will sooner
No,
lose
no, no.
fucking sanity than touch my bonfire.
My ward.
Sergio,
You
might
leave me and my wharf alone.
Sergio will make me eat those words, but I don't
Thank
care.
you.
I will lose all my sanity before I touch my
We-
fucking
yeah,
bond with
we'll
my
see.
wife.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
You know what? I'm just saying, like they're pivoting. They're pivoting. They just don't want to admit who the real OTP of this whole first arc is, and it ain't us.
My whore.
Amanda, you don't want to admit you're OTP.
All right. Any last
I need more
words?
Those are the only last
Other
words
than
we can
thank you.
have,
That's
Sergio.
it.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you
All
so
right,
much.
guys. Thank you so much. We will see you again soon. Take it easy.
Thank you so much.
You,
Bye-bye.
guys.